Beautiful.
See you. What do you whip, Bob?
Hi, mate.
So this is my closest and oldest friend, Bob Furgo.
Literally.
Now we'll do a story with Bob about his kind of upbringing and his relationship with golf, because his father played golf and his brother plays golf now, and he was and still is a wicked player. Okay, so when did you start playing golf?
Started playing golf around the age 5 because of the family. My dad played golf, my brother, and my mom, and so around the house we're always hitting chip shots around the yard. Just kind of like a way of life, and we'd watch a lot of golf on TV. And the years of late 50s were really hot to watch golf, and it was a lot of fun. And when you're a kid, you just do what your family does. That's kind of the way it was back then. It was great, and sports were a big part.
So were your family play other sports, or was it just golf?
My dad just golf. My brother was a big influence because he liked to play basketball, volleyball. We would throw the football, we would throw the baseball, a lot of ping pong, and then a lot of golf. We would chip and have little competitions around the yard for targets and stuff like that, and they would take me out to play junior golf. It was really good.
And so did you do kind of from like the age 10 and onwards, was it tournament golf or?
I started tournament golf at 9 when I started shaving, you know. And my mom would drive me to the tournaments, and it was a new world to me because I'd only had our home course. You know,
Which was what course was that?
Montebello Golf Course in Los Angeles, California. And so my mom would drive me to the tournaments, and my dad was a good instructor, and I had a decent swing, and I would win a few tournaments. You know, like first tournament, like second place, or then you win one, and you get a third place, and it was really nice. My mom was real sweet to me.
So it's always fun to play with Bob, and this is kind of like your home track now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Live here.
It's nice. He lives really close, and
Yeah.
oh, perfect. And so then I guess if we jump to college, did you play golf in college, or was that all about women and rock and roll?
Yes, and I just played tennis then.
Oh.
I took up tennis in 7th grade. You know, you have to be a bit of a rebel, you know, rebel against your dad of those years. So
Of course.
Tennis, and I played through junior high and high school, first man all my years, and MVP in high school, then got a college scholarship in tennis.
Oh.
Put me through college that way, and
Wow. So did you play tennis from a young age as well, or did you just start out
from 12 on.
Okay.
And you know, in those years, sometimes you want something more active, or you want to do something different than what your dad does, or maybe I just had a great attraction for it also. But I maintained some golf during those years too.
Was there no urge to get on the golf team?
No what?
Urge to get onto the golf team?
No, it wasn't enough action. You know, in my mind.
Okay.
Because you're more active in those years sometimes.
Yeah. I first met Bob probably 20 odd years ago, and he's a musician like myself, and we got introduced by a mutual friend, and we had a lot in common, it seems.
Yeah.
We play golf.
We're good dancers.
We're good dancers. And but you've got a lot of history with this course, haven't you?
Yeah. Our family had a place on the desert for many years, and probably began playing this course in the early 80s, late 70s, and the last time I played golf with my dad before he passed on was here. And we also owned a home here for a while. And Hawks Landing, that used to be Yucca Valley Golf Course. And I have a scorecard from 1963 with my mom and myself playing, and with all the scores.
That's amazing. I love that. I love that. Cool. Let's hit these shots, Bob. Oh, shot.
Nice. You like that?
I think that was the key I've been looking for a year. Well, I had a good line.
That's a good line, yeah. All right. Okay.
Not so happy golfer. As we say in the business, pin high, dude.
Me too.
So then when did you re-find the love for golf?
After college, and I began playing, pretty actively in my 30s, and 40s, and 50s, and I had some good friends that were good players, and we would enter some of the amateur tournaments, like the mid-amateur, the California amateur, and stuff like that. And sometimes I'd have some good rounds, and other times not. I didn't win any of them. And then when I was 49, I entered the U.S. Amateur Qualifier, just to have a little fun,
Yeah, it's a big event.
Yeah, and then I practiced for a long time here in the area where we lived, Yucca Valley, and there was a dirt track at that time, which is really good training, because like hitting irons and wedges off the dirt is really good for your skill and your short game. Yeah. So I just went out there to have a little fun. I never played the course. You should, but...
Which course?
It was Warner Springs Country Club, down there in the North San Diego area. Hard course. And it was a 36-hole qualifier, and it was hot, 108, and it was a walker, of course. And I had a great time. I finished one over for 36. I missed the big show probably, I think, by one shot. But then that was okay, because I was really happy. Had a good day out there, and I would have had to fly to the East Coast then, wouldn't have I?
Yeah, sure.
So,
so it's a big pre-qualified just to get to that, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can't just enter it.
No. So that was pretty fun, and I enjoyed that maybe as much as anything I'd experienced in golf. And as a side note, a couple of the college kids were in our threesome. They weren't particularly nice to me because I was older. And they said to me as I walked to the tee, "So, who are you caddying for?" I says, "Myself." He says, "Sure you want to do this?" I says, "Yeah, I think it'll be okay. I've got a lot of money on me. I've got 300 I wouldn't mind losing to you." One of them was the California State Champion, and the Mid-Amateur Champion, and Collegiate Champions. They were sponsored by Callaway. The CEO of Callaway was there, walking with them, and one of the kids' dads. And as we know in golf, when you want it, it many times doesn't show up. And they weren't very nice, but their caddies were very nice to me. And I was much richer at the end of the day. They had a bad day, and I felt sorry for them.
Maybe that's a lesson for those guys.
It's a lesson for all of us.
Yeah.
Because you can't count on anything.
Yeah.
And so now I like to play a bit of golf, and I like to play with my friend Stuart, when he comes to visit, and
Stalking the flag, hitting it very close and tight. It got away from him on this hole. He might be near mortal. Look at this. He's actually faced with a putt that's challenging for the rest of us.
haven't been playing much. I don't play well, but I really enjoy it. And as a note to all of us and myself, golf is a great reminder on how to approach our lives, because we're not just playing golf. You accept the good with the bad, and if you are honest with yourself, the older you get, the more accepting you can be of yourself and others, and I think that's the real key.